Episode 19, Gordon and the Streamlined Engines. One day, Gordon was at the Sodor Steamworks, one of the busiest repair works on the whole island. He was getting some old parts being replaced, and he had been there for nearly a month. Gordon was now getting rather bored.
Oh, how much longer do I have to stay here for?
You can't rush repairs, my friend. Just a little longer. We need to do some few tests, and then you might go home this evening, if you're lucky.
Later on, Gordon was doing his tests. He had to puff backwards and forwards to see if he was in good working order. Soon his tests were complete, and Gordon was ready to go back to Tidmouth. Well, Gordon, you're ready to go home now. But before you go, could you take that brake van back to Tidmouth with you?
Sure thing.
Gordon was racing back to Tidmouth. He was glad to be out and about again, and he knew that by tomorrow he'll be pulling the express. But suddenly a signal switched to danger. Whoa, easy Gordon!
Bother! Why do we have to stop here?
Ah, hello Gordon. Sorry I had to stop you, but the express is coming through.
I thought so.
Suddenly, Gordon felt a rumble, and a whistle he had never heard before.
What? I never heard that whistle before.
Then an engine thundered through like a rocket, and soon it was gone.
Scrap my tender! Who was that?
That was one of the new Streamlined engines who took your express while you were at the Steamworks.
One of them?
Looks like we'll find out more about them when we get to the sheds. As indeed they did. When Gordon arrived, he saw not one, but two Streamlined engines. One was teal with blue and yellow linings, and the other was a pinkish purple with grey linings, and they both had huge cow catchers.
Hello Gordon, nice to see you back.
Ah, so you're Gordon. We've heard so much about you.
It's nice to meet the brother of the Flying Scotsman at long last.
You know my brother? But first off, who are you two?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Connor.
And my name's Caitlin. We were taking over your express runs while you were away.
I could see that. You dashed past me at the signal box.
I did? Oh, I thought that was Edward.
How could I? Never mind.
Gordon, me and Caitlin just broke your speed record this week, and Sir Topham Hatt just made us full-time express engines. We're being used for fast passenger services now.
Oh, that's good, because I could use a nice... What?
Connor is indeed correct. Connor and Caitlin will be taking the express from now on, and Gordon, you will be running fast passenger services, which means you can no longer go to Barrow-in-Furness. From now on, you will stop at Vickerstown.
What? But sir, why?
Connor and Caitlin are both faster than you, Gordon, and I needed the fastest engines. I'm sorry, but times are changing, I'm afraid.
Gordon was horrified that two of the engines were replacing him. As there was no room inside the sheds, Gordon had to sleep in the goods sheds near Tidmouth. Later on that night, Gordon glared at Connor and Caitlin.
How dare they took over my express runs? They have such a nerve to do such a thing. Taking it while I'm away is one thing, but full time... Ugh! I'll show them all that I'm faster than them too.
And he went unhappily to sleep. The next morning, Gordon hurried off to collect his coaches, but he was still very cross.
Time to show Connor and Caitlin who's the real fast and proper express engine around here.
Sorry, Gordon, but us express engines are the first trains out. You should know that by now.
Here you go, Connor.
Thanks, Percy. If you want to race me, you have to wait 10 minutes after I leave. Timetables, you know.
Just then the guard blew his whistle and showed his green flag. Connor set off.
Bye, Connor. I've heard the Fat Controller is making Connor and Caitlin new express runs go all the way to London.
What?
Yeah, because of their speed, They can go from here to London in a whole day! Isn't that amazing?
Oh, the indignity!
Later that day, Gordon had to take some coal. He could see Caitlin on the other line speeding towards him. Diesel was shunting trucks and saw Gordon glaring at Caitlin as she went past.
What's the matter, Gordon? You look unhappy. Why not talk to Diesel, your old buddy?
I'm not your buddy!
It's those new Streamlined engines, isn't it? Those two nasty steamers replaced your express services, and your worthy Sir Topham Hatt has demoted you to fast local services. It's a sign, you know.
Let me guess. Steam engines are going out of use.
You know deep down in that boiler of yours, it's the truth. But you can prove to Sir Topham Hatt that you are faster than them two streamliners.
How?
That's for me to know, and for you to find out. Good luck, Gordon.
I am faster than them. I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Gordon then began to think on how he can prove to the Fat Controller that he was faster. He tried leaving the station before Caitlin, and he even tried coupling to Connor's coaches. He tried everything that he could, but nothing
How can I
worked.
show them that I am faster? Think, Gordon, think.
Gordon thinked as hard as he could. Then he got an idea.
That's it. They'll be surprised once they see this plan in action.
A few days later, the Fat Controller came to talk to his engines.
Engines, there is a long heavy goods train that needs to be taken. Donald and Douglas are busy and Murdoch has taken ill. Do I have any volunteers?
Sir, may I do it?
The other engines were very surprised. They never thought Gordon, out of all the engines on Sodor, to take a goods train.
That's not like you, Gordon. Are you sure you want to take it?
I'm sure, sir. I won't let you down.
Well, okay then. I'll send Boko to do your fast passenger service then.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Right, now that's sorted out. For the rest of you, it's your usual jobs. Have a good day.
And the Fat Controller left. The engines were still shocked over Gordon taking a goods train.
Gordon, taking a goods train? I'd never thought I'd see the day.
What have you got planned in your funnel, Gordon?
Oh, nothing. I just, fancied a change. That's all.
Gordon steamed away to the docks to collect the train. He was coupled up to the trucks and launched away at full speed. Along the way, he spoke to the trucks.
You lot, can you do something for me and keep it a secret?
What do you want us to do? Yeah, what?
Will you all push me down the hill as hard as he can and tell no one I asked you?
Sure, we'll do that.
Good. My plan is working perfectly.
Gordon then had to stop at Wellsworth, and Edward was waiting there. Like the other engines, he was surprised to see Gordon pulling a goods train.
Hello, Gordon. This is a surprise. What are you doing pulling a goods train?
Oh, I fancied a change. That is all. I got bored of passenger trains anyway.
Not like you at all, but never mind. I'm guessing you need me to be your back engine?
Please. These trucks, you know what they're like.
Of course, Gordon. Right away.
Edward buffered up to the back of Gordon and started to go up Gordon's hill. Finally, Gordon reached the top. But just then, Connor rushed past.
Hi, Gordon. Having fun with trucks? Sorry I can't slow down to chat. I have a trip to London. See ya!
Now's my chance.
This is it, lads. Just like what Gordon said. Go on, go on. Go, 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 go.
Gordon started going faster and faster and thundered down the hill. But what he didn't realise that he knocked his crew off the footplate. But Gordon didn't know nor he really cared. He thundered down the hill without saying thank you to Edward.
Yes, let's do it!
On! Clear the track! Don't hold back because we are thundering down the track!
Gordon soon caught up with Connor. He was having the time of his life.
So, boy wants a race, huh? I'll show him.
Last one to Vickerstown runs dry!
You're on!
Gordon and Connor were neck and neck. They were racing through the Sodor countryside. Gordon was determined to win, and so was Connor. Fenders and fireboxes!
Oh, yuck! Oh, my lovely paintwork!
Later, Connor and Gordon caught up with Caitlin. She was also going to London.
Hey, Connor! Are we racing?
We sure are, against Gordon.
Oh, that sounds like fun!
You bet your paintwork it is!
Soon, all three engines were racing down the main line. Suddenly, Gordon realised he was going faster than he had ever gone before.
This is amazing! Woohoo!
I think we may have to call this a draw. We need to stop at the next station.
But I don't!
Caitlin and Connor stopped at the station. And Gordon just carried on. But what he didn't know, that there was a sharp bend at the bridge, which was being under repairs. He didn't notice until he saw the sign.
I think it's best to slow down now. Driver? To Gordon's driver? Hello? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, this is bad! This is bad!
The bridge came nearer and nearer, but Gordon couldn't stop.
Help!
It was lucky that the crew and the guard weren't on the train, so no one wasn't hurt. But for Gordon and his train, it was a different story. Some trucks were in pieces, the cargo was everywhere, and when Gordon opened his eyes, he was topped over with a big dent in his boiler, and he was leaking steam. And worst of all, the tracks on the main line were blocked. Connor and Caitlin were racing along the main line, but they had to stop at a signal. The signalman told the two engines what had happened to the bridge.
Oh no! We're going to be late arriving to London!
Caitlin, I have an idea. If we leave our coaches in the siding, we can help clear up the mess.
Oh, good idea, Connor! It will be a real change!
The signalman let Connor and Caitlin go through. When they arrived, they were surprised by what they saw in the mess.
Looks like this was a nasty accident.
Look! There's Gordon!
Oh no, not them two. They'll both laugh at my misfortune.
Gordon, are you okay?
Oh yes, I'm lying here sunbathing and enjoying the view. Of course I'm not okay.
Don't worry, Gordon. We'll have you back on the rails in no time.
Caitlin brought Rocky. He lifted Gordon back onto the rails, and Harvey put the unhurt trucks back on the rails. Connor shunted Gordon to the Steamworks. Gordon felt very silly, but when they arrived, the Fat Controller was waiting.
Well, Gordon, you really have outdone yourself this time. Making Connor and Caitlin's trains late for London, and, not to mention, your accident has cost hundreds of pounds in damage. Once you're repaired, you will be doing more goods works in the weeks to come until I can trust you again. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
The Fat Controller then spoke to Gordon's crew and left the works. Gordon was now down in the dumps. And now the two Streamlined engines felt sorry for Gordon.
Just because me and Caitlin taken over your express services doesn't mean we're bad engines.
We only came to the island so we could do your job until you came back from being repaired.
Really? You mean I'm not getting replaced?
Gordon, no one will ever replace you. You're the grandest and fastest engine on this railway.
Wow, you're right. You're not bad engines after all. I'm really sorry I'm so rude to you two. Can you find it in your boyness to forgive an silly, old, foolish engine like me?
What do you think, Connor?
I say apology accepted.
Thanks, you two. I promise that from now on, I will never complain about you two ever again.
Well, I, for one, am certainly glad to hear of it. Also, Caitlin and Connor, what are you two still doing here? Don't you have passenger trains to take to London?
Oops, I almost forgot. Come on, Connor.
Right behind you.
See you soon, Gordon.
The next time we meet up, we should have a race just for the sake of it.
Of course.
A few weeks later, Gordon was repaired and back to work, but he still had to do his punishment from his accident. But he's now good friends with the Streamlined engines, and he has no longer had any grudges towards them. But...
Hello, Gordon. Wanna race? Unless you're scared you'll crash again.
Me? Scared? Pah! Bring it on, you fancy streamliners!
Alright, last one to Vickerstown has a rusty tender!
some things never change.